Hey guys, so in today's video we're going to discuss about how to make a arch form with the help of an overnight AJ Wilcock wire. So the things which we require before we start are a distal cutter, an arch forming plier or a Della Rosa, a sim grid, as well as the wire with which we have to make the arch form. So this is another sort of sim grid which we had made during our postgraduate program. What we had done is we had taken a graph sheet on which we had made these lines. If you can see it properly, you can see symmetric blocks which we had outlined, and we can keep our grid over this so that we can have a good idea of whether the arch form is symmetrical or not. We did this because when we tried doing the same thing on this one, because it's transparent and thoda sa we had a problem orienting the wire on this. That's why we moved to using this as our sim grid. Having said that, this sim grid has three different arch forms, which is the narrow, the ovoid and the square shaped. And coming to the actual making of the arch form, so this is an overnight wire, the length of which is around 10 to 12 centimeters, which you have to cut priorly. After that, all you have to do is, with the help of this Della Rosa, this is the curved end and this is the convex end, this is the concave end. Also, how to check a Della Rosa is, when you close the Della Rosa, there should be no gap, or there should be equivalent gap on both sides, this side as well as this side. If one side has more gap, then when you press the Della Rosa, the wire won't be bent symmetrically. So when you're checking, you just have to be cautious that यहाँ पे there is no gap other than these three grooves. यहाँ पे कोई ज़्यादा gap नहीं लगनी चाहिए. And same चीज़ goes for the other side as well. तो अब इसको, to begin with, what we have to do is first mark the center with the help of a marking pencil. Okay. Now from the center, a millimeter or two from the center, just hold this and keep pressing it towards the back. Now this is my way of making a Della Rosa, and it can be different for different people, but this is how I find it the easiest, so that's why I am telling it to you guys. Once we've moved from one side of the midline, like once we are done with one side of the midline, now we'll move forward to the next side of the midline. Just light presses and just release it. Now we can see that it has come in some sort of an arch form, but one side it is more, the other side it is less. So we have to open it up. So again, this convex side will go on the outer side and concave side will go on the inner side, and just have to press it a few times. You can also use your fingers a little bit. And the same thing on the other side as well. Fine. Now we have somewhat of an arch form in our hand. Got it? Now what we have to do is, we will make it for the oval or the oval or arch form for the maxillary. So align this with the midline and then see that whether it is coinciding with the midline or not. And if you feel that the midline which you had marked initially is off, so you can just erase that midline, which I feel that I had made it towards one side. I'll just erase it and I'll again keep it over here. I've kept it over here, and I will again mark the fresh midline, which I feel is more appropriate for the wire. Now see, you have to see it from the top, and then see that where all places the wire is going out of the line. So I can see that it is going out of the line over here. So this bend is a little severe, so I just have to open this up and bend the rest of it. So just press it a little bit over here, that's all. You can use your fingers also a little bit, it's not a problem. This is an 018 AJ Wilcock wire. So now we can see that on this side I feel that the wire is pretty decent. Only this side the entire part has come inside a little bit, so I just have to expand it, and I think it will be done. Yeah, so once you're done with this, see, if we see it from the top, we can see that it is aligning properly. But now the next part comes is that we have to see whether it is in plane or not. Now, okay, so when we see it from this plane, we can see that it is bent from this side. यहाँ से थोड़ा सा ऊपर है, यहाँ से थोड़ा सा नीचे है. तो what we have to do is that we have to just bend it like this. यहाँ से फिंगर से नीचे प्रेस करना है and thumb से ऊपर like this, as well as the same side, on the other side like this. ठीक है. Now you can see that it has somewhat come in the plane, and then after that again you have to check it on this. You can get it to your eye level to examine whether the bend has happened properly or not, or the wire is in plane or not. So once again you have to repeat this process 2 or 3 times until you get the wire in plane. Getting the arch wire in the same plane as well as making it in the shape of the arch form has to be repeated twice or thrice, after which you will get something like this. So this is how an arch form actually looks. It is I can't show it to you, but it is decently and well within plane, and it is following the arch form. So now it is good to be placed in the patient's mouth. Also, a few things, I usually prefer to place the wire before the 1925 SS. So I'll keep this wire for a good 1.5 months, after which I can directly step up to 1925 SS. So here's how we do an arch form preparation with the help of 018 SS, and in the next video mostly I'll be showing you how to give a curve of P in this wire. So do follow me on Instagram. My account is Dantka Doctor, as well as Jayavrat_Gupta, and do post in the comments what you want to see next. See you guys. Bye bye.